tudo bem? Penso que já se está a ouvir bem, espero que estejam bem. Vamos começar o Future Game Show. Só um bocadinho. O que é que temos aqui? A introdução.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Yeah,
Hello
Laura
everyone,
Bailey.
and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such
Primeiro
as
que tudo,
Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and
espero que vocês estejam 100%.
But if it's a Thursday night,
Ia
I also
correr,
moonlight as
completamente
Critical
a
Role's debonair
correr
dungeon master, where Laura
para
tries her
fazer
best to
o
test the very
Future
limits of
Game
my
Show.
abilities.
And you love it.
Espero
But
por
we're
grandes
here today
títulos,
joining
né?
forces for a very
Alguns
different
títulos.
reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives,
Claro que é um show
developer
menor do que a
presentations,
Summer Game Fest,
frankly,
não é?
an irresponsible amount of video
Mas
game
também
news that
traz
beams
muitos
directly to your
bons
brain.
títulos
The next
aqui.
90 minutes,
Costumam ter todos os anos
Don't make
bons
it sound so
títulos aqui.
scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed. And once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
Ui. World Premiere é sempre um grande jogo, não é?
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki, we gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just wanted to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
O que será? Já que é um jogo de história? Um jogo de história quer dizer, daqueles que de opções ou não? Ou de aventura?
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
In Yelota. They never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Hold on, I'm coming!
I'll cover you.
Isto está brutal hoje.
High shall be thine eyes.
Pena é que isto não parece ser o gameplay, parece só ser a cinemática, não é?
What the hell happened here?
Hey, buddy.
O que é isto, pá? Ah, The Expanse. Há um jogo destes do Expanse, não há? Eu acho que há um jogo do Expanse. Este não é aqueles de história.
God, you're still breathing.
Ah, mas eu gosto disto. Osiris Reborn. Pá, parece interessante.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
Outro World Premiere. Ui, Blood and Gore. Gosto. Será?
I used to swear by my father's oath to protect the wards.
E é brutal, parece
is to
um bocado o
protect
God of
our
War,
people.
né? Olha as paisagens.
And if it claims our
Brutal as
lives,
paisagens.
what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
As paisagens estão espetaculares. Né?
What do you swear by today?
E
The
olha lá
only
as
one that
paisagens, está
matters
mesmo.
is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
Ela está bué da fixe, meu. E gostei, vou gostar deste jogo. Este é o outro também. Que fixe.
Take my hand!
Combate é qualquer coisa, não é? Parece-me ser qualquer coisa. Que jogo é este? Eu vou ter que saber que jogo é este.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail,
Pinta-me.
may spell another end.
Echoes of Vent. Aí pá, gostei. Já está no meu radar. Echoes of the End. Já está
We're
no meu
thrilled to
radar.
reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to
Outro.
note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
World Premiere. Ele tem capacete, não é? Parecia-me ter capacete. Este tem boa pinta, meu. O gráfico também está muito fixe, meu. Pá, está a começar bem. O Future Game Show está a começar bem, hein? É bué da creepy, não é? É bué da creepy. E acordas na floresta sem memória, sem mapa, sem lanterna, sem luz para seguir os passos, não é? O que é que tu sentes quando tu olhas sempre, não é? Os espíritos estão à tua volta. Tenta te lembrar e encontra o caminho para casa. Whispers in the fog. Espíritos no nevoeiro, não é? Pá, parece-me giro, não sei. Não é?
An isolated cabin in the
Completamente.
woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Ah, isto apareceu no Future Game Show 7 Scenes, né? The 7 Deadly Scenes. Isso apareceu ontem no Future Game do Summer Game Fest. É giro o jogo. Tem uma premissa gira. Muito engraçado. Estas cenas são muito loucas. É tipo... Os combates é que eu acho que estão muito bonitos, pá. Acho os combates bonitos.
The 7 Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
The Finals, eu não... Pá, não sei porque não... tens que ir buscar a caixa com dinheiro ou ir àquele ponto.
The pressure's peaking. Every second counts, and these plays are next level.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under fire, and victory carved in chaos.
But sometimes the
Se calhar jogar com um grupo de amigos. É o que eu digo. Multiplayer, jogas com um grupo de amigos, é fixe, é divertido. Agora assim, os gajos com o pessoal que tu não conheces. Pá, e o tipo de jogo a mim não me chama mesmo multiplayer. Gosto de narrativas.
Season 7 of the finals launches on June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
É jogo diferente, olha para isto. O jogo que é mais relaxante? Não sei, relaxante, não sei se será a palavra mais bem empregada aqui, melhor empregada aqui em relaxante. Quebra-cabeças, não é? Um jogo mais de quebra-cabeças. Acho que é um jogo mais de quebra-cabeças. Só ver como é que está a qualidade. Assim está melhor. Peço desculpa então pela pouca qualidade que tinha há pouco, não é? Peço então desculpa, pessoal. Nem tinha visto a qualidade do vídeo.
Hurdling launches later this year, but
Agora que reparei.
you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
Sleep Awake.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Must not sleep. Não, ele não pode dormir. Eyes out. Blumhouse, olha, costuma ter bons jogos de narrativas, de história. Costuma ter muito bons jogos, não é? Blumhouse.
This way.
É conhecido pelas narrativas, Tu acordas de um pesadelo.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you?
Outro jogo interessante. Um género diferente. Jogo interessante, género diferente, não é?
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost. Give me your idea.
Sleep Awake. Vem em 2026, não é? Chega 2026.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Solm, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so.
É mais novo do que ela.
I must find her.
He's all I've got.
Isométrico, jogo isométrico.
Before he does.
Eric Solm.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in the setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better. We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River and Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build, and the story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling. I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games Store, and we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
Parece giro, não é? Parece giro. É um jogo diferente, é um jogo isométrico, não é? Como namoro aquele jogo inicial da rapariga, não é? Com aquelas câmaras de ação. Epá, agora não lembro, já nem me lembro como é que está a minha cabeça, já nem me lembro do jogo. Mas foi logo o segundo jogo, acho que foi o segundo jogo logo. Ficou na minha cabeça aquele jogo. Gostei daquele jogo. The Stolen Dream, 15 de julho. Há jogos que temos que começar a meter na lista porque ajuda muito.
Thank you so much to our friends at River and Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Explorator. É bonito, é diferente, não é? Está bonito, tem uma magia própria o jogo. Os cenários são bonitos e olha para este cenário, tão bonito. Isto é debaixo do mar, não é? É debaixo do mar. Ui, espera aí, isto já não é assim tão bonito, não é? Isto já é mais um bocadinho mais creepy, não é? Ui. Tá giro. The Explorator. É giro para eu. Olha, acesso antecipado no PC agora, olha. Está disponível em acesso antecipado agora no PC. Interessante. Nada de outro mundo, mas é interessante.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Move into my interests.
Isto é um jogo para os meus putos. Certeza que isto é um jogo para os meus putos. Bem, também estou a brincar, amor. Também é um jogo também que dá para jogar na boa. Às vezes tem narrativas muito giras, né? Há jogos assim que têm narrativas muito giras. Constance. C'est la Constance. Parece francês, não é? Olha, já tem demo, não é? Já se pode pôr na lista do Steam.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Eu vou começar
Those
a
of you who
pesquisar
have
aqui
tuned
o
in
Steam.
before will know that during the Every
Future
Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Want to watch? Make your hero of myths. Titan Quest 2.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Eu estou à espera já há algum tempo, sim, também já
Quest
tinha
2
visto.
is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest 1. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest 2, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest 2 is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge two masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the two masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible.
Tchau, até amanhã.
From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasies of just a tanky warrior, of course, you're going to have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space. We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already, and we're looking for a summer timeline for this, and then later the other platforms.
Epá, eu queria experimentar uma demonstração dele. Ainda não está. Em breve vai estar disponível, mas ainda não está. Infelizmente, não é? Mas é jogo que não tem microtransações e é o plado mesmo este estúdio.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Wait,
Legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys! Hey man! I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No, it's great! Work your magic! We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
Here's the world premiere.
I have seen things that should be forgotten. I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels. For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
Coming soon, vem em breve, não é? Chega em breve.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man.
Bye.
See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Great bio course. How hard could it be?
They're qual? Multiplayer. Nice.
Hard.
We found paradise.
We got company.
Tem aquele que vimos que é capturar as bandeiras ou não? Não vimos ontem no Summer Game Fest que é capturar as bandeiras. Temos que ir para o... Não é? Ou eu estou-me enganado?
It's like capture the flag on crack.
Ascendente.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist.
Para mim não.
You play as Ash,
Gosto de
a
RPG, mas
shipwrecked
destes
castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Burn! Beacon of the dead!
Get your shit wrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on Trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam, and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
É. Existe o Los Idols. Pá, é um jogo que não me chama a atenção. Até deve ser um bom jogo, não é? A mim pessoalmente não me chama. Este é mais um jogo para os meus putos, não é? É um jogo para os meus putos. Eles é que iam adorar isto. O meu mais novo é que ia adorar isto. Não é? Acho que ele ia gostar. Ele está a dizer que sim. Está a dizer que sim. Está a dizer que está a gostar. Gosto deste jogo. Popcorn. Para ele é giro, não é?
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break that door open.
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
Este aqui deve ser chique, deve ser fixe dos bombeiros, não é?
Get an attack line in there.
É como é que se combate fogos, salvar vítimas, não é?
That was close.
Cat, you're good? Found one of the victims.
Please, get me out of here.
Isto é tipo um simulador, não é?
We can't let the fire escalate like that.
I need help. Mayday! Mayday!
Firefighting simulator. Ignite. United against fire. Coming fall 2025. Wishlist now on PC and consoles.
Olha.
Are we all clear? No Nolan Norths or Ashley Johnsons waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay. Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game we feature today on the Future Game Show Steam page.
Yes, and you'll want to prime your wish lists in advance for this next reveal.
It's
a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
World premiere.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find
find a necromancer who, according to our reports,
Já
is
sei
a
que já é para
complete
parvoíce,
and
né?
utter embarrassment to
Isto é
the
para mais para a
story.
comédia, né? Exploração,
The book is
investigação,
titled
comédia.
Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediately.
It's the inspector, here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
Desculpa.
But what is the story without a good hero at its helm? With one sanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
Sujo. Isto é o que dá às lives. As lives é assim, há sempre coisas no meio, sempre coisas a acontecer, mas não há, mas é bom, não há coisas mascaradas, não há nada mascarado, entre aspas, né? Isso eu gosto.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
Outro World Premiere.
弾が尽きるまでが愛よ
Zendland Zones, não. E há tantos jogos japoneses ou chineses destes assim, tipo Zendland Zone Zero, tipo Genshin Impact, Wandering Waves, igual Crystal Atlas. Há tantos jogos gacha. É mais um jogo gacha, não? Deve ser mais um jogo gacha. Gacha, né? Gacha. Pá, mas são interessantes, alguns são muito interessantes, não é uma crítica, atenção. Há jogos que são muitas giros que eles têm, são muitas giros, não é o caso, isto é multiplayer ainda por cima. Com multiplayer. Isto é mais multiplayer. Não. Pessoalmente não. Eu gosto de jogar este tipo de jogos, mas é tipo Genshin Impact, Wandering Waves, o Crystal Atlas está muito louco. Eu fiz um vídeo do Crystal Atlas no canal, vejam no RGame React, acho que foi no RGame React, vejam lá, no outro canal que eu tenho, RGame_React. Vejam, está lá o Crystal Atlas, é muito louco, eu gostei. É do mesmo género do Genshin Impact, dos outros jogos. Gacha. Star Rail, por exemplo. Hein? Também fiz um bocadinho de todos. Podem ver aqui neste, acho que neste canal tem o, vão à playlist, tem lá o Genshin Impact, Star Rail e mais ainda.
Issoができないあんたなら
2026.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
No.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
Oh, isto passou no Summer Game Fest, o Hirogami. Achei interessante, achei original, não é? Como é que eles fazem um jogo com acho que é Hirogami, né, que se chama, acho que está muito louco. É aqueles é tudo feito tudo a papel, não é? É feito tudo a papel. É muito louco. Achei bastante original este jogo. A criatividade aqui emerge completamente. Eu gosto de jogos assim com criatividade, quando eu não sou de AAA, né? Nem sempre os AAA são muito bons. Há mais jogos que contêm criatividade, jogos que puxar pela cabeça, jogos que têm uma narrativa que nos emocionam, que mexem conseguem mexer connosco. É um jogo são jogos que eu adoro. Mano. O jogo é bonito. Nota-se, vê-se que o jogo é bonito. Hirogami. Olha, já podemos jogar a demo na Steam. É que eu digo, eu vou passar a Steam a pente fino.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5
Vou
on
passar
September
aquela
3rd.
Steam a pente
Fold it
fino.
into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
MMO, Eve Frontier. Eu acho que já ouvi falar
Eve
de
Frontier
Eve
is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things.
No.
And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created. When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what Eve Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both read and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around EVE Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
Eve Frontier. Não faz o meu
Founder
tipo de
access for
jogo.
Eve Frontier is available now.
Parece
You
engraçado
can
a
head
nível
to
de
evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
Sei lá.
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade
Formula
racing game
Legends.
that covers the history of motorsport.
Formula Legends. É engraçado, não é? É diferente. É uma cena diferente, é diferente do Fórmula 1, acaba de ser Fórmula 1, mas é tipo Micro Machines, né? Não faz lembrar um bocado de Micro Machines, não faz lembrar um bocado de Micro Machines. Quem é que se lembra do Micro Machines? É, muito louco. O Micro Machines era muito louco. É que agora há o Hot Wheels, antigamente eram Micro Machines. Assim dá gosto, tipo, se não quiser jogar Fórmula 1, aquela competição como de Fórmula 1 mesmo, né? Tens este aqui, é bué da giro. É uma coisa mais light, né? Acabas por divertir bastante. Deve dar para jogar com amigos, né? Deve ser louco, deve ser fixe. Passas aí um bocado divertido, sem aquela pressão de jogares a Fórmula 1, realista, né? Um pouco mais pelo chão. Isto é mais descontraído, é mais diversão, né? Olha, está giro, gostei, Formula Legends. Olha, dá para jogar a demo já.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action
Catastrophe.
roguelike where you play as a kitty
E
abducted
eles
by
aproveitaram
aliens
a
and repel
palavra
enemies with your
catástrofe para fazer
trusty
jogo
sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles
Super
and
marca
tango with
branca
monsters
do
to make it
Resident
out
Evil.
alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure.
Não me chama.
That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Combate simulador de navios, não é? Combate de navios.
Every voyage begins with a plan.
Capstan, Unreal Engine.
A vision etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become.
Este nem. Jogos. Quem gosta de navios, quem gosta deste tipo de jogo é fixe.
We arrive,
mas a mim também não.
But never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
Não. Mas parece ser bacana, mas não.
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a cozy cooperative town-building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in Mexico. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community of creatures. Animal Kind is coming soon to PC, but if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast. The developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh, I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
Olha, parece-me bem, peraí. Será? Bacana? Parvoíce, não é? Parvoíce garantida. Isto parece o Scam, não é? Ou é o Scam? Isto é capaz de ser o Scam. Ai. Acho que é o Scam. Aqui vale tudo, a estupidez é garantida, não é? A estupidez é super garantida neste jogo. É o Scam, não é? É o Scam, logo. É para a estupidez completa, é este jogo.
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Deathground.
Vai ser fixe.
Deadly dinos are on the loose in Deathground. Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested abandoned facilities.
Could you survive? Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size, with that tail, to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The number one culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Meu Deus, Os
There are
mapas.
multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Já está disponível? Acesso antecipado?
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for roar news on that front.
Refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell is Us.
Ah, isto é outra conversa. Espera aí que isto é outra conversa. Este vou trazer para o canal, este da Hell is Us.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques.
Já agora peço desculpa no último vídeo, o som estava péssimo que eu fiz da demonstração, o som estava péssimo.
So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us.
Peço desculpa, pessoal.
So the game is definitely like an action adventure
game. Quem viu,
peço
desculpa.
It is set in the world of Adia.
Mas é grande jogo, isto é grande jogo.
Rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. He was raised in a foster system in Canada and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Yeah. Esta parte foi que fizemos na demonstração, não é?
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go and then you go there and you see the road that turns, then it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique and it works really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. No game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
O jogo é espetacular, é que o meu jogo é igual ao teu.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the living entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. It's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this, So you'll be able to play Hell is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
PlayStation 5. Trazer pela PlayStation 5.
Wishlist it now because Hell is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? Oh, so yeah, New Tales reached out, and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use the barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
Bora, que jogo é que eles estão aqui a... World Premiere. Que jogo é este? Jogo dois, não é?
You know when it click through, try to set this about to be a slow big burn.
Vai ser divertido, não é? É curtido o jogo. Fading Echo. Mais jogo para a lista da Steam.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlak herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bular in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies. The demons above, and the beasts below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Sheo, all things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Sacrifice.
Damn, I love the church.
Aí parece aquelas máquinas de arcade que se jogava antigamente, mesmo naquelas, ou às vezes até nos cafés, ou às vezes até mesmo naquelas, não é lojas, aquelas, mesmo de arcada, não é? É máquinas de arcada. Vai dar loucas isto. Eu até gravei este jogo. Vais lembrar da minha infância um bocadinho, não é? Olha. Faz lembrar. Vai dar louco. Vai dar louco. É muito giro este jogo. Truston Extreme. Olha. É fixe. É isto. vai ser giro, é engraçado. Há jogos muito engraçados, há jogos indies muito engraçados. Muito divertidos. Levam-te a explorar, levam-te a... Eu adoro os jogos de exploração, sejam indies ou AAA. São os jogos de giro. E muitos deles são sensações dos anos, né? Todos os anos temos jogos de sensação indie. Estamos a falar de jogos de sensação e estou a dizer meterem-se no meio dos AAA. Andarem lá na boa no meio deles. A nível de qualidade. Linked. Banner of Spark. Linked. Fizeram um remaster disto, querem ver? Jogo do Homem da Caverna. Acho que é um remaster disto. Fizeram um remaster disto. Joey Mac Collection.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
the Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
Massive Games. Supermassive Games. Isto é como o House, né? Sempre grandes histórias, né?
Lower the gun. Not until you move from the scanner. Those things can change shape.
Gosto disto.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance.
Não confio em ninguém.
Please. Help us.
Dia 2 de outubro.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game, and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With Turning Points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
É muito louco este jogo. Este jogo deve ser muito louco mesmo.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous control
Vou trazer esta demonstração para o
Here's
canal,
the game
não
makers
percam.
to tell you more.
Isto é de escalada.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain.
and reach a summit no one has ever conquered.
Vou trazer para o canal.
You can
não
climb
esqueça.
almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly
Vejam,
realistic.
deve ser muito giro
You'll
este
need
jogo.
to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Vou fazer esta demonstração. Deve ser bocado difícil, não é? Fazer escalada, mas deve ser
Cairn is coming to
interessante, não é?
PlayStation and PC later this year. And you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
É um jogo indie. Um jogo coreano. Indie. Tem que ver um terror. E um terror. Terror coreano. Não me chama, eu gosto deste tipo de jogo, mas não. Não sei. Este não. Não me chama. Ground Zero. Ok. Mais outro jogo super indie. Este não é o indie, é super indie. Não sei, meu. Pá, eu não tenho nada contra este tipo de jogos. Mesmo muito indie. Não tem nada, mas é bom a gente gostarmos todos de coisas diferentes, mas não sei porque é que ainda continuam a fazer alguns tipos destes jogos. Pai, critiquem-nos se quiserem e acho bem. Todos nós temos opiniões diferentes e isso é saudável. Pá, mas não sei, meu, com a tecnologia que há hoje, este tipo de jogo acho que é. Não sei.
Hark the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
Por exemplo, se calhar gosto mais deste, não é? Do que aquele há bocado. Se calhar mais interessante. Olha, exploração. Deve ter uma narrativa fixe, um gráfico bonito. É um indie, mas tem um gráfico bonito. Olha, tem temáticas diferentes. Tem mecânicas diferentes, é isto que eu queria dizer. Dentro do mesmo jogo tem mecânicas diferentes, né? Várias mecânicas. Assim é giro, eu gosto assim. Agora aquele não. Isto é engraçado este. Jogo engraçado. Ela. Tá giro, tá giro. Tá muito giro.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wishlist on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't?
Creepy, né?
Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake. Like a trick.
Detesto bonecos. Metam manequins e bonecos, hein? Manequins e bonecos a mexer e tudo. Ai, eu luto.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it. Don't let him get you again.
Não há um jogo com aquele chama-se Luto. Não havia um jogo que chama-se Luto.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Outro world premiere.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Giro, isto é fixe. E este é bacana. Dreams Elevation. E este é bacana. Este é muito bacana. Gosto de uma cena assim bem da louca. Este é o da louca, é por isso. Intensidade é sempre em alta, exploração, cultivo, inimigos. Primeira pessoa, com esta intensidade é brutal. E eu estava da louca. Está muito louco. Viva a ação, viva a aventura. Mantenha o talito. Estou a ver agora, mas... Pá, está muito louco, meu. Ah, é só para VR, fogo.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Era bom demais,
Okay, Matt, it's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced duck.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Duck.
It could only be the Duck Detective.
He may have cracked the mystery of the secret salami, but when you're that good at your job, there's always a new case to solve.
Já ouvi falar deste jogo, isto é recente, este é mais ou menos recente.
Embrace of loneliness.
Não saiu há muito
And this
tempo.
vacation will be the end of me.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in
Primeira vez que eu ouvi
Berlin,
falar
Germany.
deste
Our newest
Duck,
game
não
is
sei se
Duck
este jogo foi
Detective, The
num
Ghost of
Metacritic.
Glamping, where you
No
are
site
the
da
one and
Metacritic.
only Duck Detective, a depressed and recently
E levou
divorced
boa
duck
nota.
who must
Jogo-
quack
um
the
jogo de
case.
duck.
Inspect evidence, make deductions, and solve this no-murder mystery.
To the annoyance of the Duck Detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime,
Mas
Freddy
não-
the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now,
pega, né?
we're working on a simplified
Não me
Chinese
apanha.
language update that is coming out later this
Não me
year.
chama, que é como
We're
digo,
very
não me
excited
chama.
for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The ghost of glamping!
Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping has already waddled its way onto PC and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Well, get on your dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
Ratata. Ratata. Ok. Não esqueçam que amanhã vamos ter um showcase da Xbox. Não sei se vou conseguir transmitir em direto. Não estarei cá. Mas depois vou transmitir para vocês mais tarde e vou ver mais tarde e vou transmitir aqui no canal. Mas amanhã vai ser o grande evento da Xbox. Eu acho que parece-me que amanhã vai ser um grande evento da Xbox. Depois, segunda-feira, temos um evento do Kojimão, Death Stranding 2. Só que vai ser de madrugada, né? Vai ser de madrugada. Madrugada, horas de Portugal, né? Mas aqui de Portugal vai ser madrugada. Acho que é de 2 às 3 da manhã. É muita tarde. Para nós portugueses é muito tarde, né? Mas vai valer muito a pena. Death Stranding 2, acho que vai valer muito a pena esse evento. Ratata. Sai dia 25 de julho deste ano.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile. An interactive 70s twist on the beloved
O jogo da
detective
Agatha
mystery.
Christie, aqueles que...
Poirot, don't you know?
Aqueles de investigação e morte e... Não é?
Can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
É do Poirot, é investigação. Crimes, investigação. Também não me chama, mas deve ser bacana, mas não...
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal? Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day. But I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the couple. I have a small idea of the situation.
I may lead. You got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Morte no Nilo.
Agatha Christie Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
Buzz. Scooby-Doo. House Flipper 2, Scooby-Doo. Tá giro. House Flipper com Scooby-Doo. Tá giro.
Zoinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Vamos ter aqui no canal série Máfia. Vamos ter aqui no canal série de Máfia. Grande jogo.
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulphur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Torrisi crime family, and then this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia: The Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Grande jogo. Máfia.
Come forward.
Enzo. La famiglia.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life. A brotherhood.
You are here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all.
Grande jogo.
Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
Then
before the eyes of all here present. Join me.
Juramento, não é? Não brincou em...
To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute.
Grande jogo, meu. Fazer a série toda aqui no canal. Grande máfia.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia of the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Não conheço. Não, mas parece-me bem.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe.
We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark!
It's a cinematic action where you
Parece
fight
bem.
bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization. All at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles.
It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask.
Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk a role with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark. Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look. Watch the hook, watch the hook.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam.
And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Tenet of Spark. Gostei do jogo.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Creasol, Feeder of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Fixe.
Almighty Son, guide my path
Blumhouse, lá estamos outra vez com a Blumhouse, não é?
in this hour of darkness.
Estamos outra vez com a Blumhouse. Umas cenas engraçadas a Blumhouse.
As the shadows of the abyss close in. Let your sacred light banish them.
Uou.
depths of my soul may ascend to you.
Parece bué da fixe. Parece bué da fixe. Entre o Bioshock e o Resident Evil.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Crisol.
Crisol. Crisol.
Holy moly, that was good.
You're telling me.
Crisol
Crisol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well,
Último trailer.
how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Ui, tem que ser grande jogo. Último. Último jogo.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Que deverá ser?
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honoured to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
Mas é creepy, meu. Estamos a falar de Ritual Tides.
No, hold on. I've got something to show you.
Ah, sai
I bet
para
you didn't
PC e
expect that,
consolas.
did you?
Gameplay revelado este agosto, meu.
That was your first look at Ritual
Ritual
Tides, a
Tides.
terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next Future Games show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as well as the Dreamweaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's
Future
show.
Game
We'll also have
Show.
follow-up content on
Agora se temos já
GamesRadar.com
outro
and the
show.
FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt
Show
Mercer.
é este.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
Obrigado aos dois, não é? Foram fantásticos. Há aqui alguns jogos que depois eu vou falar acerca deles. Há aqui uns que ficaram na minha memória, não é? Poucos. Que não me chamou tanto aqui. Os jogos como na Summer Game Fest foi diferente, não é? É um show menor, com menos AAAs. Não quer dizer que os indies não sejam bons, que há aqui muitos indies bons, mas há outros, a maior parte não. Mas eu depois vou falar no canal R Games Reacts aqueles que me chamaram mais a atenção, não é?
What a Hollywood ending to the Future Games Show Summer Showcase. Thank you very much to Matt and Laura for their amazing work.
Vamos ver se vale a pena ver este show. Senão a gente fica por aqui.
There are some new stars in town. That being myself, Jules Gill.
And myself, Amy Mallet. And welcome to FGS Live from Los Angeles. We are bringing you today some exclusive new trailers, demo drops, release date announcements, and of course, world premieres.
In fact, let's start with our very first exclusive. It is our very first world premiere.
Ora, primeiro world premiere. Multiplayer online. Construção, exploração. Música dos Piratas dos Caraíbas, né? Tipo isso. Pá, é porreiro, mas não... É de aventura. Deve ser que é RPG, MMO, RPG de aventura. Wild Sky. Guardians of the Wild Sky.
Wait. So you're telling me that you can become a pirate, transform into an animal at will, and build your own skyfaring vessel?
And do it all with your mates. All of that footage came from the in-game online multiplayer.
Oh, there's still my beating heart. I can finally live out my dream.
Of being a pirate?
No, just having hair at will.
Ah, fair. Well, anyway, Guardians of the Wild Sky is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You can wishlist it now and sign up for the playtest.
Amazing.
Now, Jules, I don't want to shock you.
Good, because I do have a weak heart.
But our next game is a terrifying twist on an old-school classic. Ooh. Let's have a look at the multiplayer mode for System Shock 2's remaster.
Whoa!
System Shock. System Shock. Esse aqui é o 2 ou o primeiro? Lembram-se do System Shock, já é antigo. Yeah.
That'll be the first time. Did you kill him?
I shot him. He's still alive though.
So, in order to get out of that room, you're gonna have to push a button on the wall. Okay, you jumped down, okay. 2 broken ankles, I think those sorts.
There's probably a hypo for that.
I might have triggered 5.
Saímos aqui do System Shock. Se o outro não me chamar muita atenção, a gente fica por aqui. Já fizemos agora Future Game Show. Este é o outro. É outra transmissão. Este é outro show.
Back to fail me again.
Não sei se vai aparecer esse grande jogo. Se aparecer, vamos falar sobre esse grande jogo, não é? Vou estar atento.
Oh, that multiplayer looks brilliant. I love any kind of game mode where I can accidentally blow up my mates.
Indeed, and you can blast Showdown back to base elements when System Shock 2's remaster releases on June the 26th.
Now, Jules, do you know what else is fun?
Ripping off somebody's skin, wearing it to fool their mates, and then pretending to worship an eldritch god?
That was actually exactly what I was going to say. How did you...
I wrote this part of the script, so yeah.
Oh, fair. This is Necro Fugitive.
Descobre uma coisa nova.
In Necro Fugitive, you are the monster. The nation of Avencia is at war. As the last surviving member of your cult, Your deity is gifted you with unholy
Já agora,
powers.
aproveito para falar com vocês, quem está aí ainda online e quem não está, que depois vai ver o vídeo, veja no outro canal RGames_React, tenho algumas notícias novas, outras que não são novas, de alguns títulos do Summer Game Fest. Está a sair hoje e vai sair amanhã. Trailers, notícias, gameplays, tudo exclusivo, alguns exclusivos, outros que já saíram no Summer Game Fest. Vale muito a pena, acho que são títulos que vocês vão gostar, títulos que eu gosto e títulos que vocês vão gostar, ou gostaram, né? Se viram o Summer Game Fest, gostaram. Estejam atentos ao canal, subscrevam o canal, vão ver muitas coisas novas, títulos novos, vamos falar, vou buscar mais notícias sobre esses títulos, sobre esses jogos, e estejam atentos. Acho que vale muito a pena, acho que vale muito a pena mesmo, a sério, vocês se inscreverem-se no RGames React, um canal de informações de jogos que se chama Jogos Espetaculares, não é? Vamos que aparecer no Summer Game Fest. Fiquem atentos também a este canal. E subscrevam também o RGames Play Forever, este canal. Poderão ver séries espetaculares, lançamentos, Dead Stranding 2, etc. que vai ser no canal, Mafia, Mind's Eye, que está quase a sair. E outros títulos, para além de demonstrações também. Fiquem atentos, subscrevam.
How does a game look both charming and tense at the same time?
Oh, it's the look that I go for. It's called being socially anxious and a people pleaser.
Bem, acho que a gente fica por aqui.
Okay, and fans of Mini Motorways will sure be pleased with that announcement, and you too can check out
São
the new
títulos
creative mode
menores agora. Já fizemos o Future Game Show.
Up next is a game that's making waves due to its breathtaking art style and
acho que vamos ficar por aqui.
This is Moros Protocol.
Algum título que apenas vistas aqui eu vou trazer para o canal de notícias, fiquem atentos ao que eu estava a dizer há pouco. Títulos que sejam AAA ou Indie, mas que sejam títulos de qualidade que eu irei trazer para o canal. Vamos ficar por aqui, muito obrigado, deixem esse like, subscrevam, muito obrigado do fundo do coração mesmo. E não levem mal estar a acabar agora, não é? Já acabamos o Future Games Show e agora temos este aqui, mas já títulos ainda menores, não é? Muito obrigado do fundo do coração. Até aos próximos. Vamos ter amanhã o Xbox Game Show Showcase. Não sei se vou conseguir porque eu não vou estar cá fazer em direto, mas depois vou fazer a gravação. Vou pôr aqui no canal para vocês verem. Quem não viu, né? Ou quando for ver. E vamos ter também o evento do Dead Stranding 2 e etc. Mais coisas virão. Muito obrigado do fundo do coração. Fui!
Right now, our team is
Espera, só um bocadinho. Só um bocadinho. Peço desculpa. A ver este título. Espera que eu não quero acabar com este título aqui. Espera aí. Parece-me interessante isto.
You must fight your way to the heart of a sinister project and uncover a mystery both deeply personal and profound in its implications. The game is an immersive sim with Metroidvania level design. It's a spiritual successor to games like System Shock 2 and Prey 2017. What distinguishes Deepest Fear from similar titles is its unique focus on real-time fluid simulation. Water in Deepest Fear looks and behaves
Gostei daquelas imagens, quando eu me estava a despedir daquelas imagens iniciais.
It conducts electricity, it transfers heat, it knocks you off your feet with surging currents and deadly vortexes. And it can be manipulated by creating dams, locking down compartments, and using tools and equipment unique to our sci-fi setting. And more than that, a deadly pathogen has infected the ocean itself, creating a primordial soup for violent entities to spontaneously manifest from. Every puddle, leak, or water source is a potential spawn point for an entity to strike. Some of the greatest stories ever told in games have come from the horror genre. Our ambition is for Deepest Fear to sit alongside these great works. Success is not guaranteed, but we know our commitment to quality and creativity are second to none. We will accept nothing less than to make the best game possible with the resources we have available. So expect AAA quality weapon feel, expect creative, strategic enemy AI behaviors, expect intuitive customizable controls, and expect high, stable frame rates across a range of hardware specs. For now, Deepest Fear is coming exclusively to Steam. If you'd like to see the game on other platforms, please let those platform holders know. We want it too. As for Deepest Fear's development, we'll have more to share about the game in the coming months. Please wishlist the game on Steam if you like what you see. We want Deepest Fear to be the next great immersive sim, and your enthusiasm energizes our creativity. So please spread the word, tell your friends, talk about the game on social media. It really helps more than you can imagine.
Deepest
See
Fear.
the rest of the show. Bye.
Deepest Fear. Gostei, senão já tinha terminado, não é? Ponha-me um bocado de surpresa, gostei. Desse jogo. Agora é que é, pessoal. Antes que apareça outro grande título, depois eu trago aqui no canal. Fui!
Which right now would be most welcome. I am getting crispy in the LA sun.
Yeah, tell me